dancing.
Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Sabbina. Okay, where do I start? So honestly, I want to thank the subscribers that actually subscribed to my channel without me even having any content. I actually created this channel I think in March, but obviously we'll have delays and I didn't put out anything till now. So thank you to everyone that subscribed even since March and was waiting for me to drop something. So honestly, I can't even start to like tell you guys how much you guys motivated me. Honestly, like I feel like you guys motivated me to do this just because even on Instagram, like you guys would DM me, comment me, like asking questions about beauty, asking questions about so much things that I'm like, I can't get to everybody. Like I need to start making a YouTube. I need to start making videos. So I just want to thank the people that subscribe without me even having any content. That means a lot to me. Just seeing like, even if it's only 150 people that did it, I still think that's a lot to me. I actually don't only want this channel to be a beauty channel. Like I want it to be like all of my interests put in one platform, you know? Like I actually want to put all my creativity into this YouTube channel, and honestly I don't know what other way to express myself besides put some videos out here and show you guys what I'm about. So if you guys are interested in this look, which is like a burgundy fall vibes, stay tuned. And if you love all my videos, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I am so fucking excited. Stay tuned for some hot shit. Okay, so let's get into it. So the first thing I'm gonna do is put this hair up because I cannot do my makeup with my hair in my face. Okay, so my lips are already moisturized, and what I usually start with first is my eyebrows. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the color Granite. So what I usually do is I go ahead and I start brushing from the inside first. So I'll show you guys. So literally it's like light strokes. And I go ahead and I brush up. I literally have like 3 hairs in my eyebrows. Like, I've never had thick eyebrows. I wish I did. So I start off with this just to give it like a shape. Then I go ahead and I go in with the DIPBROW Pomade by Anastasia Beverly Hills in Granite. And I'm gonna go ahead and use the Anastasia Beverly Hills, the brush. I think it's their only, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's their only eyebrow brush. Go ahead and dip it in there. And once again, I usually start right here. And you see there's like a little line, go ahead and brush up. So I think that's my trick. I just literally brush up. Honestly, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that I do natural brows because no, girl. Sometimes look natural, sometimes not really. I feel like that's what takes the longest, like your brows. Are you feeling it? The other day, like we'll clean up the sides and we'll clean up everything. So if it looks too long or like too thick or whatever, like we just go ahead and clean it up a little bit. Honestly, like I always try to do my eyebrows and then sometimes it looks good, sometimes it looks bad. Like, girl, we have our days. Okay, so I'm already done with this eyebrow. I'm gonna go ahead and do this one. We have one more step, and I go ahead and I use the Brow Powder Duo by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I kind of set the eyebrows because sometimes they look a little shiny. So I go ahead and I dip the darkest color and I go ahead and just push up. Before the eyebrows are completely done, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna clean them up a bit. So what I use to clean up my eyebrows is the MAC Studio Finish Concealer and NW25. So this used to be like In high school, I used to wear this all the time. But now that I grew up, I feel like this is perfect to like spot conceal. So it does work for like no makeup kind of days, like perfectly. But I use that just to spot conceal or to clean up my eyebrows. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use a flat brush, dip some in there, and I only clean the bottom, not the top, just the bottom. Go ahead in there and clean the bottom. Clean, a little dirty. Clean, we're gonna work on this one. So go ahead, dip it in there and clean it up. So this is cleaning for me. It's a bit, it's just a little tiny bit, but it goes a long way. So after cleaning up my eyebrows, I'm gonna go ahead and prime my face. And we're gonna go in with foundation, primer, all the good stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the YSL primer. It's the Touche Eclat Blur Primer. I hope I'm saying it correct. I love this stuff. I absolutely love it. I know I have oily skin, but honestly, this really does blur out my pores. I need all the blurring I can get, girl. All of it. Because this skin, she is a little oily. Head and use this is the Becca Ever Matte Poreless Primer Perfector. So honestly, this is extremely matte, not a little matte. This is very matte. So you only need a tiny little bit, like how tiny, can you see that? Yep, so tiny. I go ahead and I put it on my chin, laugh lines, and pretty much my T-zone area. Like, it's pretty oily. I kind of don't want it to be matte all around because sometimes I feel like the skin starts cracking, if that makes sense. And we don't need no cracking on this side. Also, I feel like when I wear makeup, I'm not wearing makeup for 1 hour, 2 hours. No, I'm gonna make sure it's more than 5 hours, so I need my makeup to last. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in with foundation. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation by NARS in the color Tahoe. I'm gonna go ahead and start with this brush. It's from Sephora. It's the brush number 56, Pro Flawless Brush. So I start off with the brush. Usually I'm gonna go in with the brush first, and I'm gonna go in with the Beauty Blender. Noticed one thing. I didn't go around my eyebrows or on top of my eyes or anything like that. But I'm actually gonna be more precise, and I'm gonna use another brush for that. So I think this was a Laurent Mercier brush, but I've had it for a bit, so I'm pretty sure the name got like rubbed off or something. So now that I have my foundation intact and ready, I'm gonna go ahead and start with concealer. I need to sip, hold on. Okay, so like I mentioned, I have really oily skin, so I'm gonna show you guys my trick. Well, that works out for me. I wouldn't recommend this for dry skin because I've tried it on dry skin, it doesn't look good. It might help your concealer, your under eye stay matte for a longer time. Go ahead and use the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. So people usually just put this on top of the eyes. No, I'm gonna show you what I do. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it on top and also in the bottom. You're probably like, what? Yeah, girl. I'm about to put you on. Oh, this is a Sephora brush. This is a Pro Airbrush Concealer. Go ahead and blend it out. Okay, so the bottom, I'll go ahead and use my fingers. So we already have like a little white cast going on, which also helps me cancel out. I have like green, like I guess it's my veins. So I love to cancel that out a bit. And use the Tarte Tarte Shape Tape in the color medium. So pretty much this one is gonna like kind of match my skin a bit. Be a little light, but it's gonna match my skin. So I go in with this just to cancel out like any discoloration, also on top of my eyelids. And also I use two beauty blenders, the black one for foundation and this blue one for concealer. So we're gonna go ahead and dab it in. Time, blend it out. So when people rush me, we're gonna have a problem. So you see how if it looks like it's not blended in, we go in with the black one and just blend it, which I'm pretty sure this has like foundation residue. Okay, so now that we're done with that concealer, I'm gonna go in with the KKW Beauty concealer in the number 8. So we're gonna go in right here. But honestly, like, I love her concealer so much. I also use number 9, which is my skin color. Last step. I know it seems like so much. You can skip it, you can do it, but I love this. So I've been using this for a really long time, probably since I was like 14. So this is a Maybelline New Instant Age Rewind Eraser for dark circles. So we're gonna go ahead and just literally make 2 little dots. So it's 1 dot here, 1 dot right here. I love it. Okay. So now that we're done with the eyebrows, foundation, and concealer, we're gonna go ahead and contour. So my contouring is so mediocre. So I'm gonna show you guys what I use to contour. So I go ahead and I use the Bobbi Brown foundation stick in the color 8, which is walnut. So with the black beauty blender that I use some Fix Plus, little spritz, and I literally go ahead and I just put it right on the beauty blender. Go ahead and start with this cheek. And on my forehead, that's a different story. We just go ahead and make that. Whatever that is, we do that. That is me contouring. It's probably really not contouring. I think it's just bronzing, but I don't really contour. We're gonna go ahead and use the Laurent Mercier translucent powder. Everyone's favorite. If you guys have any recommendations for any other powder, put me on, because I've been using this for years. So we're gonna go ahead and use the beauty blender and go ahead and dab it right under our eyes. A bit, we're gonna go ahead and bake on the bottom, but not right now. I feel like if I leave it on for too long, it has like a weird cast, which I hate. So we'll do that in a little bit. Okay, so now that we baked under our eyes, I'm gonna go ahead with a fluffy brush, and I'm going to use the same powder and just put it on top of my eyelids. What makes the eyeshadow go on way smoother. Oh, what the hell is this? Go ahead and start with the eyes. We're gonna go ahead and use the Master Palette by Mario. Like, you guys are about to see a beat up palette. Wait. Beat up. And can you guys guess what my favorite color is? It's this one. It's Isabelle. It's my absolute favorite color. With a fluffy brush. And we're gonna go ahead and pop it right here. My favorite transition shade. I absolutely love it. I'm really into warm tones. I need to get out of it and explore. So now we're gonna go ahead and go in with the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. And we're gonna go ahead and use saffron and amber. So I'm gonna mix both. I'm gonna use the Real Techniques brush and dip it into amber and saffron. Yes, girl. We're gonna go ahead and use the Dose of Colors Friendcation palette by Desi and Katie. I love it. I love this palette. Like, I wear this color every single day. It's butchered, but don't worry, baby. I'm gonna take care of you. I go ahead and go in with Girl Bye, which is this burgundy tone. Go ahead and use it's a ColourPop brush. It's E1. I really love this brush. So we're gonna go ahead and use Girl Bye and go on the outskirts of the eyes. Go ahead and go in with this one is Try Me. Try Me is also a burgundy glitterish color with like shimmer. And I'm gonna go ahead and use this little utensil. Use this MAC Fix Plus. I'm gonna go ahead and dab it into Try Me. I'm gonna pack it on and then I'm gonna go ahead and use my finger. Okay, so now that we applied the shimmer, I'm gonna go back to the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette and I'm gonna use Cosmo. So this color is so pretty. It's like burgundy with specks of gold, pink, and purple. And I'm gonna use my fingers for that. So I'm gonna go ahead and wet my fingers a bit with Fix Plus. Unveiling of a beautiful body. Actually, like in the mood to darken up the corners a bit more. The Friendcation palette, and I'm gonna go in with Churro. I think Churro is this brown, and I might mix a little bit of Chin. Now that we're done with our eyes on top, I'm gonna go ahead and do the bottom of my eyes. So I'm gonna go ahead and wipe off a little bit of powder we had. This is a Morphe brush. Whatever I don't say what it is, I'm gonna go ahead and just list all the products out in the description box. Oh, I'm gonna use I'm gonna go ahead and use Girl Bye with a small brush. So this is the Morphe G18. Tap a little bit in there. Go ahead in the bottom. And we're gonna go in with the Huda Beauty palette once again. And I'm actually gonna use a little bit of saffron. Go ahead and apply black liner on my waterline. This is the Pixie by Petra Endless Silky Eye Pen. This is the black one. We're gonna go ahead and put a little bit of black eyeshadow to blend in the black eyeliner. So you can use any black eyeshadow you have. Highlight the inner corners a bit. So we're gonna go back to the Friendcation palette and I'm gonna go ahead and use Just a Kiss. Go ahead and wet a brush with some Fix Plus. Dip it in there and dancing is erotic. The excitement it causes. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to line my eyes. I'm gonna do a cat eye. I'm gonna do one eye on camera. I'm gonna try, and I'm gonna do the other one off camera because I'm not that talented. Okay, now that we're done applying the eyeliner, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to put on some lashes. So these are pretty dramatic, and these are called Eye the Hoe by Violet Voss. This is the House of Lashes glue, the black one. Go ahead and apply it. And honestly, the band on this is so good. I feel like you can use these, like, I'm not even kidding, like 10 times, probably even more. You literally pop it on, and I love these. I'm gonna go ahead and apply some mascara on the lower lashes. So this is a Great Lash by Maybelline. Oldie but goodie. I love it because of the wand. It's so small. So I'm gonna actually set my eyebrows. It's a bit late for this, but I'm gonna set them really quick. So this is the Clear Brow Gel by Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I'm gonna set my brows. So I'm gonna go ahead and brush up. Go ahead and I'm going to set my whole face. So I'm gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder in the color 2. This is a Morphe Y5 brush, and I literally just pat. I usually just carry this powder in my purse all the time. I literally just touch up my T-zone when I'm out, like boom, 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 ready to go. Go ahead and bronze up my face, add some blush, and I'm actually gonna bake a little bit in the bottom. While this is baking, I'm gonna go ahead and bronze up my skin. I'm gonna use the Bobbi Brown Deep 4 bronzer. So this is pretty dark, and I hit pan because I absolutely love it. I'm gonna go ahead and also use the MAC Give Me Sun. Can't live without this, and just put it right on the cheeks. I'm gonna use this palette, which is the Marc Jacobs 40 Mirage Filter. So I actually saw this in a video. I think it was Beauty by Rosita. So she actually recommended this palette a long time ago, and I'm obsessed. Like, I already went through like 2, 3. We're gonna go ahead and use the lighter shade, and we're going to use a Morphe brush. So I'm gonna go ahead and dip in there and just go under my eyes. Go ahead and I'm gonna put a little bit of blush. So this is Flower Power by MAC. Okay, now we can wipe this off. I'm gonna contour my nose a little tiny bit. I'm gonna use the Morphe Y15 brush, and we're gonna use the darker color on this palette. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour powder, and I'm gonna use this color. I'm gonna literally use a tiny little bit, and I'm going to make, it looks like a little swoop on my nose at the tip of it. So we're gonna make a little swoop. I'm gonna go back with the lighter shade, and I'm going to go down the bridge of my nose. And I'm going to highlight my face. So I'm gonna use 2 highlighters that are my absolute favorite. So this is a Desi and Katie collab, but this is the older one. This is Mírame, and I hit pan, as you guys can tell. It's my favorite. And then this is the new collection. It's Chasing the Sun. Stay a little bit away from too much highlighter, just for the fact that I have textured skin, and then it looks like crazy. Like, we're gonna now dab it on our nose a little bit right here. I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips. So this is the KKW Beauty Nude 2. I'm gonna go ahead with a dose of colors. My main, this is also the Desi and Kate collection. Like, I'm obsessed. They literally hit jackpot with this one. A lighter color in the middle, so I don't know which one to go in with. This is the KKW Beauty, the lipsticks. This is Nude 3 and 2. So let's go in with 3 first to see what it looks like. Give me a little bit of 2. So now we need a little bit of gloss. So this is my favorite lip gloss. It's the Dior Lip Maximizer Collagen Active in the color, well, actually the number 006. So We're pretty much done with the look. Now we're just gonna go ahead and set the makeup. So this is the Too Faced Peach Mist Mattifying Setting Spray.